So much for finding the time to talk to us.
Absolutely.
So how's your day been? Being with everyone and meeting all the fans. Just how's it been?
It's been a great day. Yeah, it's it was really busy earlier. Finally, we're a little slower, so I can breathe for a minute. But these things are always fun. Comic-Cons usually are so full of joy. Everybody's just out having a good time, celebrating fandom, and it's just a fun energy to be around. We've been, my castmates and I, for the Clone Wars, we've been traveling this year doing like 15 of these. And it's just everybody's out just celebrating, and it's just a great energy to be around.
And obviously, the Clone Wars is a big hit. You've been doing a lot of stuff with, Star Wars. You're at Star Wars Celebration recently too.
Yeah.
What's it like being a part of such a long-standing fan community?
I think when people come up and they talk about the impact that Clone Wars or Star Wars in general has made in their life, and they genuinely feel like you are a part of their life, that's humbling and inspiring in a lot of cases. I hear a lot of stories, like touching stories, like Star Wars has gotten people through really difficult times in their life, and people will share, really intimate things, and it makes me never take my role for granted. At one point I might have just thought that I was just an actor in a vocal booth, and I am, but I'm also what it means to other people. It's always humbling, and it's I'm reminded of that when I come to cons at how it's touched people, and I'm just honored to be a part of that. And it's just it's a humbling experience, and obviously there's love for Star Wars all around the world, and I guess on an egotistical level, it is really cool to be something in a project that is so well loved and so well recognized all across the world. I mean, that's pretty cool too. So it's been an amazing experience.
I mean, I'm going to be a little personal now too. My 7th birthday party was at our local movie theater, and we saw the Clone Wars movie back then, and I'm 21 now, and I watched the final season. I still watch the episodes. When you first started Clone Wars, did you see it becoming such a big part of Star Wars?
I didn't really know, to be honest with you. When I wasn't really a Star Wars fan when I started. I had seen a few films and didn't really know how it all connected. After I got the job, then I really became a Star Wars nerd. Now Star Wars is a part of my wedding. My dog's name is Ahsoka, so it's like infiltrated my life hardcore. But yeah, I really didn't. I mean, I just, at the time, we were doing a Star Wars cartoon, and that's what we were doing for, it was almost 2 years that we were working on it before anyone knew about it. But I mean, cut to now, 15 years later, like the impact, like we were just talking about, the impact that it has on people is phenomenal and massive. And for people like yourself, now we're getting into that time where the Clone Wars was the first Star Wars for a generation like yourself. And that was definitely something that we were all just recording, going about our business, and one day we kind of were like, wait a second, this is going to be the first Star Wars that some people see. And that was mind-blowing back in 2005. Because prior to that, like, you gotta remember, there was no Star Wars television. Like, it was the films, and that was it. And so it was an odd thought that Star Wars TV, number one, and that our animation was going to be the introduction to Star Wars. People were going to see the Clone Wars and then like later find out that there's movies. It was weird, but it's cool. And obviously Star Wars has blossomed over different formats, books and TV, and I think that's so cool to see it spread like that.